it's a film about the Pope and the cardinals that elect the new Pope. It sounds something. Welcome to my review of the Conclave. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel and then movie reviews here every week. All of my movie reviews are spoiler free and I will leave a playlist of my recent reviews linked up above in case you are looking for something to watch this week. Yes, I went to a limitless screening, so an advanced screening of the Conclave. Originally when I saw it pop up I was like, not sure this is my kind of thing. Then I went to see another film and saw one trailer. I've only seen one trailer for this film. And I saw the trailer and I was like, I have to go and see that. It's a very well put together trailer. I do think the trailer gives you certain spoilers. And so it's a bit of a overloaded trailer. But then it made me want to go and watch the film. So it clearly did a good job. So we have Ralph Fiennes, who is the cardinal who's in charge of putting together the conclave to elect a new pope now that the old pope has died. So we know that when a pope dies, the conclave comes together and they can vote for a new pope. And we've sort of all heard the stories about the smoke. But even though I did specifically study the Pope and Catholicism as part of my degree, and the Pope died, John Paul II died whilst I was doing that, which was just a crazy mix into it all. I wrote a whole essay on him and then had to add an appendix being like, I wrote this in the present tense, he's now died, please read it as if he's still alive. Anyway, so these guys all come together and so you've got this mixture of these people speaking all these different languages, all these popes coming with their all these cardinals coming with their assistants, their entourage, their cases, their luggage, their demands, and they come together. I believe they come together in the Sistine Chapel, but they all go to this other place where there's all these apartments for the cardinals to live. So it's a bit like a hotel, but each of them are like mini apartments, like a Residence Inn or like a Town Place Suites or something. Other hotel brands are available, obviously, but they come together and they have their meals together and they're all cooked by these nuns. And it's this crazy thing that you're watching unfold. And it is so intense. And it's so intense for a number of reasons. Obviously, the cinematography and the editing and the lighting all make it very intense. And then you've got Ralph Fiennes just struggling to hold it all together. So struggling to control these people who are spreading vicious rumours about each other because they don't want them to be elected as Pope and they want to be elected as Pope. These little cliques coming together in these factions within the cardinal groups, being like, right, if I show my support for you and let's vote tactically and let's do this and we must not have people voting this, and I heard that this is about so-and-so and I heard this about so-and-so, and he has to investigate all these rumours and keep all these factions under control. Then you have the fact that, these guys all have these high power positions within the Catholic Church, so you've got that underlying pressure as well. So it's a real pressured situation and a really intense film. Then you add into that the fact that they're meeting in Italy, so some of them are speaking Italian, but then they're also within the Catholic Church, so you've got a lot of Latin going on. Then you've got some people speaking in English because they're English or American or from other English-speaking countries. Then you've got people speaking in other languages. Then you've got all these people from all these different African countries coming into play as well. And then they have this one turn up who they didn't even know he existed, but he's from Afghanistan. And how are they? Can they include him? Can they not include him? Oh, so you've got Stanley Tucci, who is apparently this front runner to become the next pope. Then you've got John Lithgow, who is also apparently this front runner to become the next pope. It's a real interesting mix of people. Then Isabella Rossellini plays a nun who is very pious and holier than thou, but as an audience member, you know she knows things. You know she knows things because she's sort of in charge of all the hospitality. She sees, you know, what popes request for their meals and what they request in their apartments and things like that. So she is the eyes and ears of the operation. And again, she's a key player in this. And it just all gets really quite intense. And on paper, you might think, okay, it's a film about electing a new pope. But then you watch it and it's just so dramatic. And again, I watched it on a Monday night. I was very tired and I didn't look at my watch. That is always a really key thing for me. I didn't look at my watch. John Lithgow plays a real sort of villainous, narcissistic type character who's very much like, who, me? I'm so innocent, when you know he's doing all sorts of underhand stuff behind the scenes. And there's things that you might think might happen that don't, and then other things, again, trying to do this without spoilers, other things you don't think that could happen that do. And then you're kind of watching for whether any smoke's going to be coming and seeing how it all works. It was so interesting, and I totally went on a deep dive after having watched the film to find out what you have to do, how the like Pope, Cardinal, bishop, priest thing works within the Catholic Church, and what you have to do in order to be involved in the conclave. Apparently any cardinal can be elected pope as long as he is under 80, and that's it. Like, that's the only qualification you have to have. You have to be less than 80 when you are elected. So you could be elected at 79 and then just rule as a very old pope. Or you could be like a younger cardinal, like we had Stanley Tucci and like we had Ralph Fiennes in here, and be elected as well as this guy from Afghanistan. You know, people were like, seriously, he could be a contender. It was really interesting. So as long as you're not bothered by the Catholic Church or subtitles, it's actually quite an interesting film, and not something I expected to enjoy as much as I did, but it gave me food for thought and it made me want to learn more, which is always great in a film. So yeah, should you pay your cinema going money to go and see this one? I think this is probably one that you could enjoy in the comfort of your own home. However, if you're looking for something a little bit different that isn't sort of Gladiator or Wicked to watch at the cinemas, then by all means, go and see this one. I think that you will enjoy. As always, if there is a particular movie you want me to go away and watch and bring my thoughts to you here next week, then do let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my Vlogmas content coming your way very soon. 'Tis the festive season once again. And I will see you with my next video. Thanks for watching.